Hello there, this is Darrell Spears with EliteConversations.com, and we are back for another exciting session on Business Unlimited. This is going to be a fun time that we're going to talk with Mr. Harvey Johnson, the COO of City Golf Adventures. Now, for you guys who play golf, just to let you know, I am a great golfer. My handicap is awesome. But that wouldn't be on a golf course. That would be on a mini putt-putt golf course. But I'm sure many of you, like myself, love putt-putt golf, love golf in general. And we have a unique business here that will allow you as business owners take advantage of that great entertainment in terms of golf and putt-putt golf. So again, we have Mr. Harvey Johnson. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And Mr. Harvey Johnson is going to share with us about his business, City Golf Adventures, and how you can use that as a corporation to raise money, to have your events for your employees. So Harvey, share with us a little bit about the background of City Golf Adventures, how it got started, and how did you come up with this unique concept of using it for business owners?
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. It started out of a identified need that I noticed around the city. I noticed that on a few different fronts, from an entertainment standpoint, people were starting to play a lot of classic games. In our case, games that used to be considered recreational, ping pong, pool, etc. So with mini golf, the need or a lack of access to mini golf courses started coming up in conversations. I grew up playing mini golf, so it was a natural passion of mine, and I do play golf, and I wanted to find a way to merge the two. Wow. So in talking with people, found out this, just kind of doing informal surveys. Hey, you like mini golf? Would you like to have one nearby? Oh yeah, that would be great. So the next thing was, how do I bring that concept to people as opposed to people having to go to an actual location. So with City Golf Adventures, the creation was there where you have a portable mini golf system. Wow. That consists of 9 holes, and the mini golf system is brought to you, your location, an event, a corporation, a corporate event. It can be brought to a community event. It can be used as a fundraiser, and it can be used and set up indoors and outdoors.
That's great, and that's a key component because it's something that businesses can take advantage of year-round. It doesn't have to be in the spring or summertime. If you have a hall or somewhere, you can come in and set up a golf course. And like I say, you can do up to 9 courses, so you don't necessarily have to do 9 depending on the size of your business.
Exactly. You can use one of the putting greens, for instance, to do a putting challenge. Okay. So if there's a grand opening, for instance, of a company wanted to have a team building exercise, we can bring in, again, one individual hole or up to 9 holes. And space requirement is minimal. Okay. Pretty much the 9 holes can set up in as little as 100 square feet, and even in smaller places. So for instance, when we do community events like the H Street Festival, which is here in Washington, D.C., and we set up under a tent, we get 3 holes set up under a normal tent space, and people love it. Again, it's one of those tools that's an entertainment tool, but it's also a marketing tool. It's so versatile that you can use it for kids' events. So when we do events for Moms on the Hill, MOTH is the acronym, we have it set up gear for kids. Beer gardens, corporations, more of the adult thing. Fundraisers, as I said, whether it be for schools, nonprofits, it's an excellent fundraising tool. And even in January of 2017, City Golf Adventures will be featured at one of the inaugural galas at one of the major hotels in the city.
That's excellent, and you guys have already made your footprint in the city. I know, and the great thing about this product is that any size company can use it, whether you're a startup or you're a major company. I know you've done work with Chick-fil-A, you've
Yes.
done work with the National Harbor and some of those other places. So I know business owners, they're listening and looking at this, and their marketing juices are probably flowing right now. What are some of the creative ways that businesses can use this to brand their name? Because that's one of the things we focus on in helping small business brand their name and message.
Well, one of the ways, again, I mentioned the putting challenge, for instance. If a company is having booth space at a trade show and they want to increase foot traffic for that event, they could have 1, 2, 3 holes set up where the corporate logo can be imprinted on the putting surface. And what that does is 2 things. One, just having the mini golf putting greens at that booth space will increase foot traffic. Tons of people will come over to play the mini golf. 2, they'll see the corporate logo as they're playing that 1 hole or 2 holes or 3 holes. And I said 2, but a third thing is that then that corporation can actually use that as a means of giveaways or incentives for them to make a purchase or to at least visit the website to redeem a prize that can be offered at that booth space during the trade show.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, that's very creative, and a lot of people can't do that. So that's a creative way to get your name and brand out there. And as we shift to the nonprofit side, it's a great way to raise funds, and to get sponsorships from maybe companies that want to sponsor a hole for a nonprofit. Talk a little bit about the nonprofit side of it.
Yeah, exactly. Nonprofits. Nonprofits really are looking at different ways to raise funds.
Exactly.
And it would be ideal to have fun ways to raise funds.
Exactly.
So what City Golf Adventures offers a lot of times is a very unique way to raise an enormous amount of funds in a fun setting. Everyone can participate with mini golf. There's no steep learning curve. So we meet ADA requirements. So if you have someone who's physically disabled, they can participate. If you have someone who's an extreme sports person, they can participate. But the beautiful thing about it is that golf and mini golf, speaking specifically, is ideal in social settings and in business settings, not just for kids outside on a hot summer day. So what happens is that with fundraisers, they're finding out, oh, we can get 1,000 people or 500 people participating in an event, have the mini golf as part of this fundraising focus, and they can raise lots of money into the tens of thousands or more, depending upon what they're trying to raise. The sponsorship comes in because companies love golf and mini golf related events. And so they get a chance to put their signage up for their various sponsorship packages. We show them how to max that fundraiser and introduce them into ways that they may not have thought about, creative ways to even raise funds and continue a fundraising funnel that they can use for years on end with City Golf Adventures.
Man, I love it. That's just awesome. And for business owners and those that are head of nonprofits, this is the time to sort of start planning, and we're going into the winter months. Again, you can do outdoors, but we know when the springtime comes, people are really thinking about events and things outdoors. So as you business owners are starting to think about your events for your employees, your nonprofits, this is a great, unique way to, first of all, attract people to your event, but to also raise money and to build your brand. So Harvey, share with individuals how they can reach out to you, how they can put their schedule in, because again, as summertime comes and you start to book up, this is the time to really call you and say, hey, put me on the calendar for spring, summer, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Spring is a busy month, a busy time, April specifically. So I would say that corporations, individuals, nonprofits, you will want to reach out now to pretty much get on the calendar. They can reach me at www.citygolfadventures.com, or they can call 202-798-6400. And again, I do say that you want to get on the calendar early because spring will be here before we know it.
Excellent. You make it easy for them. All you do is make a call. You bring a team out, you lay it out, set up the golf clubs and the table and all that stuff as well.
Exactly. We're one-stop shop. We set up everything. You make the call, give the date, and give a particular theme that you may want for that event or fundraiser, and we make that fit into the scope of the corporate branding event or the fundraising event.
Excellent. Again, this is Darrell Spears with Business Unlimited, and we have been talking to Mr. Harvey Johnson, COO of City Golf Adventures. Great opportunity for you to get involved and have a unique service and a unique event for your business. So thanks again for joining us. As again, we always appreciate you checking out EliteConversations.com. Go to our website. There are an abundance of business resources and opportunities that we have for you to learn more about businesses like City Golf Adventures. So thanks again, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.